Hey everybody. About 18 months ago I got the Bells of Steel Hydra rack. It's the first good rack I've had. My last rack was one of those $400 Amazon racks, which you know, they aren't the best, but it worked. So I just wanted to give an update on how this thing is held up, and in short, I think this has held up fantastically. Since I bought it, I added these two posts here so that I could store the weights on the back post, which freed up a lot of room. I used to have a weight tree there and a weight tree on the other side of the rack, and you know, when I'd walk around here to put weights on the lat pull down, and they would get in the way, and I just didn't like it. So I added the posts, and I'm really glad I did that, because it just you know, freed up all that room, and it was just a good, you know, great help there. The lat pull down has held up quite well, although shortly after I got it, I noticed this right here, a little bulge in that cable. It's not, I don't think it's going to break or anything. I've put the most I've put on this is about 350 pounds, I think. And you know, it didn't break, of course, but I'll probably eventually just replace that cable, because right now I'm just doing, you know, lat pull downs and tricep extensions on it. I was rigging a leg press up using the lever arms, but the bench I replaced my old bench, and with this post here, the cables can't operate properly, so I don't do it that way anymore. So I'm not really worried about the weight that's got to handle. I'm not going super heavy on lat pull downs or anything, just, you know, a couple 100 pounds. I did get the lever arms with it. I use these almost every workout. I know a lot of guys get these and they collect dust. I think if you're kind of creative, they work really well. I got these Kaizen gym pins for them. I don't know if they were a great investment. They're pretty expensive, and you know, the quality is great. They're fantastic. I did have one issue where it wasn't fitting over this bushing on the lever arms, and I emailed them to let them know that they weren't fitting, and I never heard back from them. So you guys, you know, you take that how you want. The way I got these on was I took a piece of pipe a little bit longer than this, wedged it in right here, and I was able to slip it up in there, and they work. Well, hold on, I can't do that, but they work pretty good. I use them mainly for pressing movements, so horizontal pressing, and I like having it for some power shrugs I do, because I can bring the arms a little bit closer together and just let them free movement left and right, and it works pretty good. As far as a seated press with these, it just doesn't quite work the way I envisioned. You know, I was thinking it would be like a hammer strength machine where you can converge at the end, and that works fine when you only have 45 pounds on the lever arm, but you get up to, you know, 100 pounds on each arm, they just want to come straight back, and they'll come back and they'll miss this post right here. They'll just go right past it, and you know, get, you know, to your chest, and really just kind of defeats the you know, the purpose that I got them. They just don't work very well for that. They do work pretty good for a horizontal press. I'll lay my bench flat and set the lever arms to about this height here and angle them down and kind of mimic a dumbbell press with them. I have really bad shoulders, so if I go to fail on a dumbbell press, I might tweak a shoulder, and I just don't want to take that chance. So these, I can lock them in to where they can only come down so far, and they do work really well for that. The gym pins, they give you a little bit of freedom left to right, and so they work pretty good. But you know, if you want to buy these, you know, just remember that I did have an issue, and I emailed them and never heard back. But I don't take that as a, you know, a non-recommendation. You know, they are really high quality, they're really good, and who knows how busy they were, and they may have just forgot, and I got them on, so I just wasn't worried about it anymore. Back to the lever arms. These, I replaced these. I think I said in one video that I replaced these, a little bit easier for me to do with one hand. So that helped these out. I know Bells of Steel quit making these and they quit offering them. I don't know if they're gonna come out with a new one. But with these, you know, you get this metal wheel here, and it's taking off the powder coat on the edges. That's the only gripe I have about them. But you know, I didn't purchase a museum piece here, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. I think what I'm going to do is get my sander out and just kind of sand it smooth and then spray it with some flat black. I'm not, you know, real concerned about it. I use my equipment, so I don't care about it looking brand new forever. Another thing I like to do with these lever arms, well, first let me go over here. I got these Bells of Steel cable towers, and I really like these. I use these pretty much every workout too. What I did was got that, I think that's a 3/4 inch pipe, and I drove a wood dowel into each end so I could drive a screw in there. And then over here at this side, I took another pipe and ran it to a stud over there. And now these, they don't really move at all in that left to right direction. They still pivot a little this way, but you know, while you're using them, you don't really notice that. And another good bonus is, you can see I hang a bunch of stuff up there, all my attachments, and that works really well. Need to get me a couple, like 4 more 25-pound plates, so I don't have to keep pulling them from over there. And what I do is, like I said, I got bad shoulders, so if I want to do flies or something, I can take my Mad Spotter and I'll hook it on the lever arm, and I'll put a pin up there to limit its motion, and then that way I can do flies, my seated flies. You know, I could just unhook that, do my exercise, and then reach up there and hook it back on. And when I first put these towers in, it wasn't my plan to have them here. I was gonna get a shed and move all that stuff into the shed, and I just couldn't get the shed yet, so I just put them here. So, but it actually worked out really well having them here, because if I do, you know, like seated flies or even cable presses, I can hook them up there and not worry about tweaking a shoulder, trying to reach back and let them go. Let's see if there's anything else I want to show you. Oh, I don't think I ever talked about this. Built this stand for my newer bells, and I put it on this angle, and I didn't think about it, but when you pull the handle out, if you only got, you know, you got 10 pounds on the handle right there, when you pull this handle out, this whole stack would just fall down, and then you couldn't get the handle back in there. So what I did, pull that out, was I cut this piece of wood kind of in the shape right here, and I got a couple shoulders to attach it. So I got a shoulder there, shoulder there, shoulder there. And then I put these magnets, glued these magnets, and I had one that come off, and these are strong enough to hold that whole stack into place. So when I go to put my handle back on, I don't have to worry about it. So that's a little tip if you guys want to build a rack to hold your newer bells instead of spending the money on theirs. I also got the Bells of Steel leg extension, and by itself it doesn't work great. You can see over here you got that hook, and I guess the intention was to attach it to the lat pull down, and that works okay. But I found out what works better is I got another cable that I attach there, and then I hook it into this one down here, and that way the tension is straight down on the leg extension, and it just feels a lot better than being hooked to the lat pull down directly. So those anchors, they go straight through my platform into the concrete below, so they'll never come out. They'll take like 10,000 pounds. Got the Freak Athlete, highly recommend it. It's great. Like I said, the powder coat, it's held up nicely. I got the roller J cups. They work really good. I wish there was some UHMW on the bottom here. You know, occasionally I'll bang my bar on that, but like I said, I don't buy museum pieces, so it don't bother me a whole lot, but it would be nice if it was there. These straps, love them, they work good. I put some UHMW tape on the inside of them. You can see right there on that one, I think. See if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. So that helps protect the uprights. But the storage pegs, the only problem I have with the storage peg is if you have the lat pull down and you can't get the bottom bolt in because of this bolt right here. So I just left it out, which don't matter. It's not holding a lot of weight. You know, not enough to be an issue. It doesn't move. Tighten it down good. And with that extra post, I can just leave my lat pull down bar hooked up there. Got all my bars, stuff there. That's it. I just wanted to give you guys a little update if you're wondering how well these hold up. Bells of Steel, they ship out stuff pretty quickly, so if you order one, you'll get it pretty fast, even though it's coming from Canada. Really, honestly, highly recommend them, to be honest with you. Good money, good for the money. I'm wondering if they're going to make another lever arm, because I thought these were, you know, really good deal for the money. I mean, yeah, the Rogue ones are higher quality. I've never had them, but I can tell by looking at them that they're much higher quality, but I don't think they're, you know, $600 better, to be honest. You know, they don't have, you have to buy the vendetta plates if you want the adjustments, and by the time you buy those, you're, you know, $1,700–1,800, when these were less than $600 with that built in. So I got the rep bench, the AB 5200. Fantastic, I love it. Much more stable than the Chinesium one I had. So for the money, they're fantastic. I guess that's it, guys. Again, the Hydra, highly recommend it. Get yourself one.